from a marketing standpoint, like, because this is the thing about entrepreneurship and starting your own business, there are so many plates you have to spin, and you have a limited budget and limited time and limited focus of where you can push your time and effort. So you've got the product itself, which is huge amount of time and effort. That's the foundation of your whole business, because the tech has to work correctly.
Yes.
And I don't know if you find that the most stressful part, in case a button doesn't work and you're getting emails. But outside that, the marketing and the sales perspective, how have you managed that, and what's your perspective on that?
Yeah, so we've tried a lot of different things. So we from day one, we invested in content marketing. So a lot of blogs, social media, making podcasts, of course, dog fooding our own product, appearing on other podcasts as well is a great thing, especially in our market. This is where podcast listeners hang out, as they listen to podcasts. But that is a slow burn, that you need to do that consistently over a long period of time. You're not going to get a load of sales straight off a couple of blog posts. But it's great when you speak to users and they're like, oh yeah, I've read some of your material online. I watch your YouTube videos. I understand what you do now. I've got some specific questions. That's amazing. Like that, when you get that, you don't have to go over all the basics and convince them. They're already convinced. They read your stuff, and now they've got specific questions on how they can use it. So I think it's definitely a worthy investment. And I would say to anyone doing it, don't lose hope. It's worth keep plodding along with the content, get it out there, because it is being consumed. We experiment with Facebook ads, which is much more of a quick hit. Obviously, it costs money, but you don't need to spend a lot, a few $100 to get a few thousand visits, so you can get some accurate data and just do tests on landing pages, lead magnets, signups, all this kind of thing. So that's great, and that's really useful for showing to investors that your conversions. But what investors really want to see are conversions to paid plans, and they want to see repeat purchases. They want to see churn figures, cost of acquisition. They really want a lot. And most of the vast majority of our sales have actually come from another channel, which is a virtual store called App Sumo. Thank you, App Sumo. Shout out to Brendan Anklam and the rest of the team. So basically, App Sumo, if you don't know, is a US SaaS marketplace. It's very popular with early stage SaaS companies launching their products. They help you get your first 1,000 users by selling lifetime deals to your product. So even if you have a product like us where you could subscribe to it on a monthly basis, on AppSumo you pay once and you get access for life to the product, which is great for the buyer, because they know they're basically taking a punt on a new product that they can see is going to solve a problem today, and it's got this amazing roadmap that's going to do a load more stuff in the future, and I'm going to get that for free because I've got a lifetime deal. So they're kind of like, they're often they're doers. So their profiles are like entrepreneurs, small agencies, creators, people who do stuff with their hands, looking for productivity boost. So certain products, especially like podcasting products, do really well on there. And yeah, they go on and they buy one of the 3 tiers that you offer. And AppSumo, we did 3 campaigns in the end, and they all went very, very well. Our product was a particularly good fit. We're in their select campaign, so they did a load of marketing for us, and we sold, as I've made public, we sold more than 3,000 deals and cleared more than 550,000 euros of sales over those 3 campaigns, which is fantastic and really just transformed our business.
Yeah. Unbelievable. And you beat me to it. It was on my things I wanted to bring up, and congratulate you on. So fair play to you and the App Sumo team. I think
Thank you.
I was delighted when I read that, because you deserve it. You've been grinding for so long, putting in so much work and effort, and you truly believe in what you're doing. And it gives you that, as you said, a little bit of wiggle room, and takes a little bit of the pressure off to tap into the creative side of your mind and enjoy what you're doing as well, because it can be stressful at times running a business when you have something that's incredible. You just need to buy time, and that's a lot of
absolutely, you got it.
Time.
It is that from the very beginning. That's what that first 90,000 for 10%. Some investors now say, well, that's a lot of money for just 90,000. You'll be like, well, that's a big percentage of your company for just 90,000. You're like, well, at the time, we didn't have anything. You got to start, and you just need 6 months or a year to get it off the ground. So that is a great deal in the moment, right? You can't judge it. So, but with AppSumo, I would say that it's been fantastic in terms of like user feedback, because it's allowed us to see who our customers are, like who is prepared to pay money for the product. Because before that, you're just guessing, just like, it could be podcasters, it could be agencies, it could be businesses. Who is it? When people actually pay money, you're like, okay, it's those people. and you can see the proportions. So the feedback's probably the best thing. It's a real motivation for the team to actually be selling the product as opposed to just building it for, with the hope that someone will buy it. But on the investor side, I would say that they don't value those lifetime deal sales as much as you might hope. They want to see recurring revenue, and this is what we found in our fundraise. So I would say that if you're launching your product on App Sumo, it can be amazing for the business. It can give you revenue, it can give you feedback, but it won't necessarily give you the credibility with investors to raise a round.
It's a stepping stone,
It's definitely, yeah.
As you mentioned there, it's brilliant for the marketing aspect, obviously getting cash flow, which is great to be able to scale the business, continue to market and look after your staff, of course, and pay your own bills, which is very important because it's usually the founders don't pay themselves anything, and they have to look after their team first and foremost, and that's what it means to be a leader as well, and that's certainly what you're doing, and you're keep your business alive. To get to this point is a massive achievement in itself, but to get to this point and bring in that kind of money is fantastic.